All right. Hello, everybody. Of course, my name is Jerry Garrettson, Tabia Law. I'm going to continue our walk through uh, the history of immigration. And let me go ahead and read this quickly. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. I, of course, still get the paper. I know I'm a dinosaur because I get a printed version of the paper, and I know it's an old thing to do. In the Wall Street Journal, I want to bring this up. Been talking about history and the history of immigration. Of course, our country, 1776, was born. Our Constitution wasn't ratified until 1787. We didn't get our Bill of Rights until 1791. 1790 was the first. There was the first law concerning immigration, naturalization. We talked about that last time, and I just want to kind of bring us to modern times during this session. And immigration, of course, it's a big deal, and it's a big deal back then. Of course, as we found out in our last time together, that it's in the Constitution, right? Article 1, Section 8, Clause 4 speaks to the orderly bringing together of naturalization. Okay. So today, it's a whole different, it's still relevant in a major way. The reason I brought up the newspaper is because almost on a daily basis, you'll see something about immigration. Okay. And I'm not going to get into politics here, but of course we have our two major parties that fight over this all the time. Okay. One party saying, let's build a wall, build as high as we can and deep as we can and keep everybody out that are trying to come illegally. Of course, there's a door that we allow people in legally. And then there's the other side that says that we shouldn't have any walls, right? Walls are bad. Walls are evil. We should just let free flow of people. And and I think there's a gigantic middle ground between those two positions. And so that's the state of things today. Here in the Wall Street Journal, a couple of days ago, actually, article, "A Different Kind of Border Crisis." Okay, so of course we know what's going on today on our border. We have a new administration. We have seemingly an open door policy, and that's to be debated somewhere else. And so, but here, this article was talking about in 1914 when there's a lot of lawlessness, okay, in Mexico. And so you would have bands and raiders and people coming over the border into America and kind of robbing banks and doing that type of thing. And somebody that was popular in that day, and the article here was on Pancho Villa, and how he tried to actually propel an invasion into Mexico. It's a long story, but anyways, what did Woodrow Wilson do? Our president of the United States, he sent troops. He sent old Pershing, World War One fame, into Mexico. General Pershing, sorry, I'm messing that up, sent him into Mexico to find Pancho Villa, capture him, get him, and was not successful. But anyways, a long history, of course, between not just the United States and Mexico. And that's what we hear about all the time, but we got Canada to the north, and we got New York Harbor. We have a long history of immigration in this country, and lots to talk about. And anyways, I'm going to leave it there for today. I know I went pretty long yesterday, but uh, the idea today, again, as we discussed yesterday, um, it really boils down to our rules, our laws, our the thrust of what we want to do in this country concerning immigration, legal immigration, is we want to make sure that folks are coming in, and we do welcome folks. This is a country of immigrants, right? And but we want people of good character, and that's the idea. And people that will pledge their allegiance to our flag. A major concern uh, with Mexico, and I was born in Whittier, California, grew up in Los Angeles, is that if you have enough people coming over the border, right? I'm not talking legally now, I'm talking illegally or undocumented or whatever terms you want to use, they're coming over, and they're not abiding by the laws that this country has set up. And so they come and stay. And here's the situation. Many don't have good character, and part of that is uh, evidenced in the idea that they're not coming legally in the first place. And there's all kinds of exceptions. And again, I'm not going to get political, but the point I'm trying to make is that their allegiances are not to this country. I'm not saying all of them, but oftentimes you could drive around when I was growing up in Los Angeles, and instead of seeing American flags on people's front porches, you'll see Mexican flags and Honduras flags and Venezuela flag, right? Well, why would you put? Why do Americans put American flags out on the front porch? Because they're proud of our country, and we're letting the world know that, hey, this is our country, this is my flag, and we love this country, we support it, and we're going to defend it if need be by death. And so that's the feeling you get when other people have other countries' flags hanging up. It is what it is, right? Maybe they're proud that they from their country of origin. Fine, I get that. But the point is that if you're going to be an American, you need to pledge allegiance to our country, to our flag, to our beliefs, to the way to our society, to our laws, to the Constitution. And that's part of naturalization, right? Is coming over and legally and going through the process. And then when you become a citizen, you make that pledge. And there's certain ceremonies all the time, and it's spectacular. It's a great thing, and that's what we want. What we can't have, right, is people that are here from whatever, Mexico or England or Australia or Russia, that are not pledging their allegiance to our country. They're pledging their allegiance to their country, right? Country of origin or whatever country they choose to. They come here and they're pledging their allegiance to Russia, and they want Russia to be the world power and everything. That's not that's not the idea of becoming an American. And so, anyways, I'll leave it there. Let me read this here. And by the way, you're probably wondering how come he reads the Bible every time he comes on. Well, this is a law lecture. It's a law talk. The ultimate law is the Bible. This country was founded on Christian folks found this country. So it's a Christian nation. Now, we're not a theocracy. We're not a country that requires one to be a Christian, or requires you to worship one God, right? It's a pluralistic society. You can worship whoever you want to worship in this country. You don't have to worship anything. And that's what's part of what makes this country great. We don't want to force people to be converted. We don't want to make people be a Christian or whatever religion against their will, right? And as far as what I personally believe, that doesn't work at all. Anyways, I mean, it's just if you want to go to a country, and we do have theocracies today in the Middle East, and you have not Christians, but you have to be a different religion, or you're going to have all kinds of problems, right? And if it's not in the heart, then it's not really, it's not real. Let's just say that. So I believe in individual soul liberty, that each person individually has to make that decision for themselves. It can't be forced. It cannot be forced upon anybody. You have to make that decision yourself. But as far as the United States of America is concerned, it's in our Constitution. You can see it in the writings of the forefathers. We have a Christian foundation, and the foundation of Christianity is the Bible. And so I think it's appropriate in a law setting to read portions of the Bible every time I have a talk. And then we can go to other portions of law, like the Constitution and modern day statutes, regulations, and the rest of it. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.